Have you ever wondered why baking feels extra special during the winter season? There's something about the frosty weather outside and the warm oven inside that just goes hand in hand. It's like a cozy hug that fills our homes with irresistible aromas and our hearts with pure joy. From gingerbread cookies to fruitcakes, panettone to stollen, the chill in the air ushers in a season of delightful treats that are as unique as snowflakes. Let's dive into the world of winter baked goods and discover the magic behind each one. When we talk about winter baking, gingerbread cookies always spring to mind. These delightful treats have a storied history, steeped in tradition and sprinkled with a dash of folklore. Originating from medieval Europe, gingerbread cookies have evolved over the centuries, but they've always maintained their warm, spicy charm. In the 11th century, Armenian monk Gregory of Nicopolis brought gingerbread to Europe. He taught French Christians to bake it as a delicacy. Over time, gingerbread cookies spread across Europe, each region adding its own spin. The Germans, for instance, started the tradition of gingerbread houses, inspired by the Brothers Grimm's tale of Hansel and Gretel. But why are these cookies so popular during the winter season? It's because of the ginger. This warm spice was believed to heat you from the inside, making it a popular choice in chilly winters. Now let's briefly delve into the traditional method of making these cookies. It all starts with a rich blend of spices: ginger, cinnamon, cloves and nutmeg. These are mixed into a dough with flour, butter and a sweetener like honey or molasses. The dough is then rolled out, cut into shapes, often the classic gingerbread man, and baked to perfection. The result? A warm aromatic cookie that pairs perfectly with a cup of hot cocoa on a frosty winter evening. Gingerbread cookies, a delightful treat that has warmed many hearts during the cold winter months. Another winter favorite that can't be missed is the classic fruitcake. This festive dessert has a rich history that traces back to the Roman times, where it was made with pomegranate seeds, pine nuts, and barley mash. Over time, fruitcake evolved, absorbing influences from different cultures and regions. In the Middle Ages, fruitcake took on a new identity with the introduction of preserved fruits and honey. It was during this period that fruitcake began to be associated with holiday celebrations. Fast forward to the Victorian era, and fruitcake had become a staple at Christmas feasts, symbolizing wealth and prosperity due to the expensive ingredients involved. Now, let's talk about what goes into a fruitcake. It's a medley of dried fruits like currants, cherries, and raisins, combined with nuts and spices, all held together by a cake batter. The unique aspect of fruitcake is the process of feeding the cake with alcohol, typically rum or brandy, over several weeks leading up to Christmas. This not only gives the cake its distinctive flavor, but also acts as a natural preservative, allowing it to be enjoyed well into the new year. Fruitcake making has become a cherished winter tradition. Families often spend a day together baking, soaking, and wrapping these cakes, creating memories along with the delicious treat. Love it or hate it, the fruitcake is an undeniable part of winter festivities. From Italy, we have the delightful panettone. Panettone, the quintessential Italian Christmas bread, has a history as rich and sweet as the dessert itself. Born within the heart of Milan, it is said to have been around since the Roman times, a symbol of love and festivity. Over time, the panettone has evolved, but its soul remains the same, bringing Italian warmth to winter celebrations worldwide. Its creation is a labor of love, a process that takes several days. A dough of flour, sugar, and eggs is enriched with butter and studded with candied fruits and raisins. This dough is left to prove not once but twice, infusing the bread with its characteristic lightness. The result is a dome-shaped delight, tall and golden, a sweet testament to patience and tradition. Slicing into a panettone is a sensory experience, the aroma of butter and fruits wafting up, promising a taste of Italian Christmas. The texture is fluffy, the taste subtly sweet, punctuated by the tang of candied fruit and the richness of butter. Today, the panettone has become a global phenomenon, a staple in winter festivities beyond Italy. Variations have sprung up, with some incorporating chocolate or cream fillings, but the traditional panettone still holds a special place in our hearts. Indeed, the panettone is more than just a bread. It's a slice of history, a piece of culture, and a symbol of festive joy. Panettone, a sweet bread that brings Italian warmth to our winter season. Let's move to Germany, where we find the traditional Stollen. This festive bread, laden with dried fruit, nuts, and a dusting of powdered sugar, is a staple on German tables during the winter months. The history of Stollen is steeped in tradition, dating back to the 14th century. It was initially baked as a fasting food for the Advent season by the Saxons. Back then, it was a rather simple bread, as the use of butter and milk was forbidden during the fasting period. However, the recipe evolved over time, and today's Stollen is a rich, fruity bread that is nothing less than a culinary masterpiece. The process of making Stollen is quite unique. The dough is infused with hints of cardamom and mace, then packed with a mix of dried fruits like raisins, currants, and candied citrus peel. The piece de resistance is the marzipan log rolled into the center. Once baked, the Stollen is brushed with melted butter and dusted with a generous layer of powdered sugar, resembling the snow-covered landscapes of Germany during winter. The Stollen's popularity has transcended borders. It's not only enjoyed in Germany, but has also become a beloved treat in many parts of the world during the winter months. The dense, fruit-packed bread is perfect with a cup of coffee or mulled wine, making it an ideal companion for those cozy winter evenings. Stollen, a German treasure that adds a touch of sweetness to our winter days. Isn't it fascinating how each winter baked good has its unique story and tradition? We have journeyed through a world of winter baking today, exploring the rich flavors, the cultural significance, and the warmth these baked goods bring to our chilly season. We started off with gingerbread cookies, a winter classic that conjures images of cozy firesides and festive cheer. Originated from Europe, these spiced, molasses-sweetened treats have become synonymous with the holiday season. Their warm spices of ginger, cinnamon, and cloves are like a hug in a bite, bringing comfort and joy to the heart. Next, we delved into the world of fruitcakes, the holiday staple. A rich, dense cake loaded with dried fruits and nuts, the fruitcake is a testament to the art of preservation and patience. Its long preparation time and maturing process is a reminder of the love and care that goes into each slice, making every bite a celebration. From there, we traveled to Italy to savor the sweet, buttery delights of panettone. This tall, dome-shaped sweetbread filled with candied fruits and raisins is a symbol of Italian Christmas. Its airy texture and light sweetness is a contrast to the dense fruitcake, yet both bring a sense of tradition and celebration. We then ventured into Germany to experience Stollen, a festive tradition dating back centuries. This rich, fruity bread dusted with a snowy layer of powdered sugar is reminiscent of a winter landscape. The marzipan core adds a sweet surprise, making each slice a delightful experience. Each of these baked goods, though unique in their flavors and textures, share a common thread. They are all imbued with warmth, comfort, and tradition. They bring families and friends together, offering a sense of familiarity and nostalgia. They are more than just food. They are memories, they are stories, they are traditions passed down from generation to generation. So as we savor these delightful winter-baked goods, let's not just enjoy their flavors, but also appreciate the stories behind them. Let's remember the love, the care, and the tradition that goes into each bite. Let's celebrate the joy they bring to our winter season, the warmth they add to our homes, and the memories they help us create. As we enjoy these delightful winter-baked goods, let's remember the stories behind them and the joy they bring to our winter season. Until next time, keep baking and keep warm and subscribe for more content.